field. Just a beautiful late summer day in Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a pass complete to Hogan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. Now Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
52 is the mic right here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at the 20.
Double tight. Four down. Hey, watch number 33. Mike. 33. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Double tight, guys, double tight. What's that?
Now Cousins. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
I'm here all day. Watch tight end. Hey, we are.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. He is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Great first drive defensively. 3rd and short, able to stuff the run.
And what it does is it gives not just confidence to your defensive players, it gives an overall feeling of, okay, we've established things here early. We can carry this throughout the game.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Telvin Smith, he was 3rd in the AFC in tackling a year ago, there to bring him down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. No. Off. Go to 50. Protect. We are going. Look at you.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hogan. 16 yards, a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Stop your whining.
Now Rodgers. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, it's Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Gun. Been a long day for you. 300.
Cousins gives this to P-Ryan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, no, easy.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd and 12, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 28 yards.
No. 319. 65.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Hey, alert 3. Where's 52? Watch 52.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
First down and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
On play action, Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Packers' 37-yard line.
last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Cousins. A throw left side, complete to his receiver, Westbrook. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here we go, 50, 50, Mike 50. And what's that?
Bravo!
Again, it's Cousins. Steps, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Muhammad Wilkerson able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Bailey's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That's it, baby. We got work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
And 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Watch the whip.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
Rodgers now on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Let's go.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Let's go. Mike 52. Mike 52.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hogan. And he'll be out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he is not going to get through here on try number one. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on third and goal.
Check 52's the mark.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers add on to their lead. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's 21-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Cousins to throw it. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Throwing is Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. It's Pirine to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins hits his running back, Pirine. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Smooth.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. That's caught by Treadwell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, tight. Watch out. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Throwing, Cousins is going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. On the carry, it's Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On third down, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Now Cousins on fourth down. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Cousins a handoff. This is P-Ryan. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Play action for P-Ryan. Now Cousins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
X3, 218, chopper.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 15 yards on the play, first down. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 42-yard line.
Check pass, check pass.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers Lets this one rip toward Graham. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They're able to locate Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Keep right.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And it stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
50. Check that.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Let's get that ball right here.
Now Rodgers. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 34. To throw, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. This defense tough to run against, and those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Jones. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Flag. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
On play action, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here comes Grant on the return. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Play fake. Cousins. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Hey, Zoo. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Watch.
From the 17, Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but now it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
It's going to be a long
to throw it is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. The give is to Jones. Shifts by at the 15. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Yeah, Liz. 26. Over.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action, now Rodgers. Over the middle here to Wilson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. On play action, it's Rodgers. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now Jones. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Extra point up and good by Crosby, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Jahan, what I need? Here it comes, here it comes. Tight as Ringo, tight as on the...
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Here's Pirine. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 22. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Crunch time, defense.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the